Hey, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. And so I am pulling out all of the things that I need for this specific day, but I'm super excited to be showing you how I use Lovevery's Reading Skill Set Part 1, which is Sounds to Reading, how I use that with the language arts curriculum that we are using. Lovevery sent me this set, and I'm so excited because we've used their previous play kits, and I just love their products. Today we're going to be doing the Letter Case Beehive, which is a cooperative play game that my girls like to play together. They have done this one before. You will see them play it later. They're matching the capital and lowercase letters. I will also be having Emmy do the Follow the Sound Maze game, which is really helpful for isolating first and last sounds, but she will be working on first sounds. And this right here is the movable alphabet that they are going to need when they do the Beehive game. The one thing I notice about Lovevery is they use blue for their vowels and red for their consonants, which is different than other things I've seen. But I've never had an issue with anything like that. The curriculum that we use for language arts actually uses green for their consonants and orange for their vowels. Many of the games are still new to us, but we have done the compound words game. That one is fun because you match two cards together, like pan and cake, and when you turn it over, it shows you the compound word pancake. And then another one is the rhyming leaves game. My girls really had fun with this. You can match the rhyming words or come up with words on your own. There is an alphabet book as well as a wordless picture book. And wordless picture books are so great for listening skills, vocabulary comprehension, so many things. I will admit that we own a lot of like flashcard type things. And so I wasn't sure how much we would use these, but look how thick and beautiful these cards are. I love them. And my daughter really enjoys them as well. So these have become a favorite amongst our flashcards. The next thing is the spell and check slider, which you can build 3 to 5 letter words. It's good for blending and spelling. We're not quite there yet, so we haven't used that. And then this syllable race game is really cool because you move spaces based on how many syllables are in the word. But the last thing that I'm going to show you is in this box here. So each letter has 4 blocks, and the pictures on each of those blocks, once you put them all together, they form the lowercase letter. So it's really cool and almost self-correcting in that way. And then you can see in this picture here that you can extend the activity and match the letter with your movable alphabet with the blocks. And so there are lots of really fun things to do here. I have some of our play kit things down here as well, but everything that I showed you is from the Reading Skill Set Part 1. So this is me getting everything organized before our school day starts. The language arts curriculum that I'm using for Emmy, she has been introduced to all of the vowels as well as consonants B, G, M, and P. Now I did say that Emmy knows her letters already because we did use Explode the Code prior to starting her language arts curriculum, but since we've really only focused on the vowels and B, G, M, and P for the curriculum she's using, I want to go through these cards for the Follow the Sound Maze and just focus on specific letters for her. So I'm going to go through these and choose the ones that I want to have. This area at the bottom is basically the answer key. So banana, bow, butterfly, I can see that these ones are for the letter B. That is how I am able to tell which ones I need. This one has pig, pan, pineapple. So that one is obviously for the letter P. And yes, there are other pictures on there, but when you flip it up, you only see the ones that are correct. Now, I didn't get video of doing the flashcards with Emmy, but she really enjoys this book. So she was flipping through this book and just having a good old time while I was across the table with Alani working on math with her. So I love that this is a fun enough, interesting enough book that it's something that Emmy wants to grab and look through on her own. So we were focused on letter P in the book for this day, and we go over the name of the letter, we go over the sound for the letter, And I love the way that the picture is for this book, how there are just so many different things that work with the letter, but it's not just splashed across the page. They actually are connected in some way. So this is a parade, and the kids are dressed as different letter P things. So penguin and polar bear and peacock, all of these different things. And in the background, you can see a playground. So there's just all of these fun things that she can find on the page that begin with the letter P. But she wanted to look through the book on her own some more, so I gave her some time to do that before we started the sound maze. Start right here.
Pig.
Yeah, now find the next one. Does worm start with P? Now, in the beginning, she was lifting them up and saying the word, and then she kind of started flying through it without saying the word. And that is something that I caught myself not reminding her to do that. And so once we moved on to a new card, I made sure she was doing that.
Right?
How do you feel about that? Let's look and see. Where do you start for this one? Yeah, right there. So that'll be your first one for this one.
Banana.
Snail? What is it?
Bow.
Good.
Butterfly.
After that practice with beginning sounds, we moved on to her language arts curriculum, which she was doing writing as well as reading for CV and VC words. And this is something she does 2-letter and 3-letter words, but this is something that I have been taking really slowly to make sure that she has all of the skills necessary. You girls already know how to play this game. Alani, you'll probably just sit here to make it easier. Yeah, I know you like this one. If you couldn't tell from Emmy's squeal of excitement, she really enjoys this game. So for this game, they are rolling and they want to get a flower or a bee so that they're able to match a lowercase letter to the capital card that is there. Because if they roll a bear, they have to move the bear, and the goal is to fill up all the cards before the bear gets to the honeycomb. And so I'm going through and picking the letters I want them to do.
Oh no, this is an alphabet. A, B. Let's do it in alphabet. A, B, C. C. Since I saw this, I was like, is that a?
Good job.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's not G, that's J.
I hope this video was helpful for you to see how we use Lovevery's reading skill set in our homeschool. As always, thank you so much for your support on my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.